Hello everyone, my name is Fariha Taslim Khan. My student ID is S111-59750. My majors are English and Geography, and this is my micro teaching A recording. Basically, my attention is on types of rainfall for this recording. So this is recorded on the 14th October 2020, and basically my lesson is approximately of 40 minutes. So the learning outcome is to make students understand the different types of rainfall, that occurs at different places at different times. I want students to effectively identify the different types of rainfall and explain the different types of rainfall. I have used Year 11 and 12 Physical Geography book to extract this lesson notes, and I'll be teaching the student using this recording tool. I'll be uploading this video on YouTube so students are able to access it at a later date. Basically my video involves activities whereby I will be asking questions to check students' prior knowledge. Like I'll be asking students if they know the 3 types of rainfall and I will ask them even if they know that there are 3 types of rainfalls. Then I will discuss the rainfall types, and I will expect my students to jot down the important notes and information given. I will allow students to do the activities at a later date. So basically I will give out activities and then I will expect them to do a research work, to work in groups. Perhaps they could create a Viber group and communicate, discuss, and complete their work, their activity. So I will be moving on to the body of my lesson. So the first rainfall type that I want to discuss is orographic rainfall. So basically orographic rainfall is when this moist warm air that is trying to penetrate through a barrier, which is the mountain in this case. So these huge barriers, they come in between. So there is this prevailing wind that is blowing into a direction. It is trying to move forward, but due to these huge mountains, this moist warm air rises, and since it is not able to penetrate through the mountain ranges, this air rises. As it rises, the temperature decreases, and the reason why there is condensation taking place and then it rains. Soon I'll be showing a photo, a image that shows a clear depiction that shows clearly how this orographic rainfall system works. So basically it rains in the windward side, and once all the droplets or the rain has been dropped in the windward side, this cool air then this cool air rises and then moves towards the leeward side, which is the drier side and also called the rain shadow. So if we can relate, then we can say that Suva is the windward side where we experience a lot of rainfall, and western becomes the leeward side. This is the picture showing orographic rainfall. So basically you can see this is the direction of prevailing wind, and there's an ocean there. The moisture from that ocean rises, and then it is forced to rise due to this mountain barrier, and because it is unable to penetrate, it keeps rising to an extent, to a point where there is really cool temperature. So you can see the temperature here is 7 degrees Celsius, minus 7 degrees Celsius. So condensation takes place, and then rainfall happens. So after these clouds have left all the rain here, it passes through to the other side of the mountain, which is called the leeward side. And then you can see this region, this area has cool air depleted of moisture, sinks and warms, relative humidity decreases. So this is the area that is called rain shadow. It doesn't get the rain because of this huge mountain barrier. Moving forward, we have cyclonic rainfall, or we also call it frontal rainfall. This occurs when warm, moist air comes into contact with cool air during the passage of a depression. So this happens during a depression that's mostly low pressure. So you can relate that cyclonic is kind of relating to depression, and then you can know that cyclonic rainfall happens during depression. So the warm air rises up over the cooled air, and as it does, so it is cooled, clouds form and rain falls. So as we can see that warm air is forced to rise over cool air, and as it rises over cool air, condensation takes place and rainfall happens. Then we will look at convectional rainfall. I will be reading this from the notes exactly. So often occurs in some parts of the country at the end of a hot, still day. During the day, hot sunshine from a clear sky forces the warm surface air to expand, rise and carry moisture up into the sky. As the ground surface continues to warm, incoming air is also warmed and forced to rise. Eventually, the buildup of rising warm air forces the air that has already risen to reach a much colder temperature zone, causing condensation, cloud formation, and precipitation. So basically, when we have a really hot day, there's a lot of sunshine, it's a hot still day, then we can see there's evaporation taking place. So as evaporation takes place, this moist air that has water droplets, it rises, and it rises to a point, and then from there there's more warm air that is been heated, that has moisture, it also rises. So there's this one layer of moist air, and then there's another one pushing it up. So these all layers of moist air keeps pushing it up, and this topmost layer reaches to a point that is really cool, because we know as height increases, temperature decreases. So this moist air reaches to a point where it's really cool, and then what happens is condensation, cloud formation, and rainfall. So these are the three types of rainfalls, and then I'll be giving out activities. So these three drawings. The first drawing is labeled A, the second one is labeled B, and the third one is labeled C. And then the question follows: name any two of the types of rainfall shown. So the students are expected to name two types of rainfalls that is drawn in that image, and then students are asked to state briefly how any one of these types of rainfall occur. So basically they will explain the process of how these two types of rainfall occur. So what's really important for students is to at least be able to understand and explain two types of rainfall types, two types of rainfall. Then we have part C. During which part of the day would rainfall type be frequently fall? Soon I'll be showing you another image that has the picture, and then you will see that the second image, the second drawing labeled B, is actually convectional rainfall. Then we have part D, which is asking, after the rainfall in A, why would the wind be dry? So the one labeled A is orographic rainfall, and I have already explained why would leeward side experience dry air. So I expect the students to be able to follow what I have explained. I would expect the students to trade groups and try to walk in groups and email me the answers, and this is the activity students are asked to attempt. So you can see, so these are the questions. That's all. That's for my micro teaching A. Thank you. Thanks a lot.